Hey, what is going on, Leos? Butch Tarot here. I am going to do your October monthly read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. When I watch myself in the video playing back at me right now, I see my hands doing these things, and I don't want them to. It reminds me of that movie, Talladega Nights with Will Ferrell. He's like, I don't know what to do with my hands. Anyway, I don't know why I shared that. Sometimes I don't like laughing and not telling you why. I don't want you to think I'm just sitting here laughing for no reason. That would be crazy. So I stopped at the store the other day, local store. It's a gem store, but they've been I feel like they've been stocking some tarot and oracle cards for me. Because I seen this gem. The guy that owns it, he knows me really well. And he knows I'm a big horror film fan. I'm more of a supernatural type movie rather than just gore. But I've seen them all. So I had to buy it. So now I got it. And we're going to pull a card because we're in Halloween month. Universe, give us a card for Leos. Genius in reverse. Every card depicts a different horror movie, and mostly they're older movies. This one kind of stumped me. I went through a lot of them to test myself on my, there's 50 cards and there's 50 different movies on them. I went to test my movie skills. I missed 5, and this was one of them. I had no idea what that movie was. I'm not really familiar with the book, so we're going to look at it. We got Genius in reverse. The Reanimator. I don't even think I've seen that movie. I don't know. I have to think about it. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Intelligence comes in many forms. You can be brilliant in some ways and less so in others. Forging ahead without considering potential outcomes can create a situation where things go to pieces, possibly with horrifying results. Now, this one in reverse meaning is move fast and break things. I'm going to use the Runic Tarot. And with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what do we have for Leos for October 2025? What messages do we have for Leo? Oh my God. What do we have for Leo for October 2025? Two more shuffles for Leo. This might be the last hurrah for this deck. I don't know if you see it, but it's been pretty good. So it happens when I shuffle the way I do. Oh shit, Leo. Let's get it. I had to laugh. Okay, you'll know why in a minute. So the first things first. I mean, I don't know what you did, Leo. I feel this person around you now. Like I said, this is for October, so you may not even have met this person yet. For others, this is someone you've known. But I feel like with this person, I see this starting off. I mean, I feel like it's more of a friendship, you know. And now this doesn't apply to everyone, but I feel like it's a very passionate friendship. You know, I mean, for some of you, this may be more friends with benefits type energy. Um, you know, that for some of you, that's the way it's coming off to me here. For others, it may be a friendship, maybe a starting of a friendship, maybe it starts off more passionate and turns into a friendship. Either way, I feel like this person, you did something. You did something to this person, Leo. Because I feel like this person's energy towards you is about to change. And I feel like you're going to know what I mean when it happens. Trust your intuition. You know, with the High Priestess. I feel like you're going to know the moment this happens. Because I feel like this person is going to come off very different. You know, I see the way they are with you is going to be different. You're going to see a change in it. You know, I feel like there was a lot of physical energy between the two of you. Even if it wasn't friends with benefits, even if it's just friendship, there's still, this person wants you. But how they want you has changed. We have the Devil in reverse. We also have the Queen of Cups. So I feel like this person's wanting you is more all of you rather than just some of you. You know, I feel like that's what's changing here. Like with the Queen of Cups is this person's nurturing this. I mean, this person wants to be a part of this. And with the Devil in reverse, they're releasing themselves from that, you know, that cage. You know, sometimes we're in a relationship and it's not really the relationship we thought it would be, or it's not the relationship we wanted it to be. You know, sometimes it's just based very solely on the physical act. I don't know why I said that. I feel like somebody must need it. But like I said, I feel like when this shift happens, you're gonna feel it. You know, you're gonna feel the change in this person. And like I said, we have the Eight of Cups in reverse, so I feel like the dynamic that you had or are going to have is going to change really quickly. You know, I feel like what I see, to be completely straightforward here, is something happened that this person decided that not only were you had potential, but not only that, but like you have a lot of potential. But not only that, I mean, we have the Two of Swords, so I feel like this person didn't realize what was right in front of them until they did. They didn't know until they did. And once they did, I mean, this person, they're all about you. I mean, we have the Page of Cups. I mean, I feel like this person's fantasizing about you. You know, I don't know what the fuck you did, but this person's obsessing. Yeah, I mean, this person is thinking about you a lot. And not in a dirty way, like not that just that way. I mean, this person, you changed this person. I feel like they for some of you they may have underestimated you or just not seen you that way, but now that they see you that way, they can't unsee you that way. So you did something that changes their perspective of you completely. Like ass over tea kettle. I mean, this person is falling over themselves here. I mean, the Fool. I mean, this person's all in. They're going to be all in, Leo. They want to pet the lion. A lot. Because, I mean, we follow it up. I mean, we have the Fool, and then we follow up the Chariot. So the beginning of a new journey and continuous moving on that journey. You know, I feel like this like really intensely strong connection between the two of you growing. I mean, we have the Queen and the King of Wands. Leo and Aries. You know, the masculine and feminine energy coming together. Side by side. I mean, they both came in side by side here. I mean, I feel like the connection here, I don't feel like they had a choice. Like I said, something changed. They saw you differently. I don't think they have a choice. I mean, they're all in. I mean, I feel like this is new love, and I feel like it's going to be much bigger than it first appeared for both of you. You know, when I see the Lover's card, I always think of that iceberg love. You know, I call it iceberg love because it's evident there's something there. From a distance, you can see it. But only as we get closer to it can we really understand it and really see the full volume of it. And I feel like, I see a foundation being built between the two of you. I mean, I feel like the offer is coming from this person, and I feel like them making you an offer, and I feel like it's commitment. You know, I feel like this person wanting to commit. I don't know why I got a feeling right then. It was almost like, for some of you, this may be someone that you already are in a relationship of some sort with. Like I said, the casual, whatever. That this person, like, it feels like they're dragging their feet and you just want them to commit. That was just a side. That came out of nowhere. I gotta go with it sometimes when I feel it. I gotta go with it. I don't want a message that was meant for somebody to go unheard. But like I said, I feel like something you did is going to change this person's complete outlook on you. And it might, I mean, it may not be even anything to you. It may not even be anything special. To them, it's a lot. I mean, like I said, it changes everything about how they see you, what they want from you, what they're willing to do to get it from you. And like I said, I mean, they may have wanted a part of you, now they want all of it. They want to pet the lion. That's why I laughed earlier, because when I saw that and I was like, oh, they want to pet the lion. It's the first thing that came to my head, and I'm just laughing because I'm a Leo rising. And Rose always teasing me, like, she's like, oh, you got to pet the lion. I'm one of those people, when I do something nice for you, I want appreciation. You don't have to pay me. I don't want money. Just say thank you. You know, I'm one of those people. And I don't think it's petty. I think if you do something nice for someone, they should say thank you. At least, you know what I mean? I'm not asking for anything. Like, I don't do it for the thank you, but when I do it, it would be nice to get a thank you. You know what I mean? We'll get into that in a minute. I feel like I have to elaborate. With this person, a lot of fire. I wouldn't be surprised if it is another fire sign, a sun sign, or someone with a lot of fire in their charts, because we have Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. We have Gemini and Aquarius. We got some Cancer, some Pisces, Capricorn, and Taurus. Yeah. a laughy person. I think of the funniest shit in my head. Whether it is funny or not is still yet to be determined, but I amuse myself. But anyway, like I said, I'm a Leo rising, and Rose always teases me. She's like, yeah, oh, we got to pet the lion. But you know what I mean? I feel you don't have to do for me what I do for you. You really don't. Like, if I help my friend move, I don't expect him to help me move. It'd be nice, probably, but I don't. I do appreciate a thank you. You know what I mean? Because when someone does something for me, the least I do is say thank you. And I guess I feel like a lot of people are like that. It's not a bad thing. I mean, I'm not going to give you shit if you don't. I'll probably remember it. Because I may be a little petty that way, but it'll never be retaliated. You know what I mean? I would never do something just so I could, not say it back. But I do appreciate the people that appreciate me. And I feel like, in my life, I feel like I go to away for a lot of people. And I just want the appreciation. You know what I mean? Like, appreciate it and give it to someone else. Pay it forward. Like the other day, I went to Tim Hortons. And they do this thing sometimes because I live in a small town. People will buy a coffee they'll pay for the next order. Pay it forward. And sometimes you get stung, you get stung. One day I went in there for one coffee, and the guy in front of me got like one of those pizzas they have now and like a couple coffees or whatever. Anyway, it was like $23. But I was in a pay it forward situation. The person in front of me paid for mine, so I was like, you know what? I'll pay for them. And yeah, I mean, it's as long as it keeps going, I'm gonna keep it going. You know what I mean? But I there's always someone that ends that. You ever think about that? There's always somebody that ended somewhere. At some point, it ended. And I hope it was just because somebody couldn't afford to do that for someone else. Like, yeah, I got I got $3 for a coffee, and that's all I got. I can't pay for the $15 order. Like, I'm embarrassed, but I don't have it, so I can't pay for it. That's one thing, but that person that's like got all kinds of money, and they're just like, you know what? I'm not paying for your $2 coffee, because maybe by the time it got to them, it was like $2, and they're just like, you know what? Nah. Even though their order is like $4, they're still gonna pay instead of paying the $2 and making it on $2. That's the shit that goes on in my head. It lives rent free. Like, I think about that. I'm thinking about, like, it had to have ended. Like, I went in there one night when they were doing that, and so I played along, and like I usually do. I go home, and next morning I was up at like 5 a.m. That's when they open. And I was talking to the girl that works there because I know them pretty well. And I was like, when did that end last night? She's like, oh, she goes, it went right till closing. I was like, that's cool. I like that. But I've also been in there in the morning. That morning that I did pay the $23 for that guy. That afternoon I was there, and there was no paying it forward, so it ended somewhere along the line. Where did it stop? And the day I had the $23, I remember I only had cash on me, and I think I had $25 on me in cash, because when I go for a coffee, I usually leave my wallet at home. I always forget it. And I just recently put that app on, where you can tap with your phone. I'm not very tech savvy, so I only had like $25 on me. So I spent everything I had. But I wasn't gonna be the guy. I wasn't gonna be that guy that ended it. Anyway, I don't know where that story plays into this at all. Really doesn't. But I feel like it's relevant to Leos. Maybe I'm alone. Anyway, be good. Take care. Stay safe.